Hey guys, what's up? I'm Taylor Momsen from The Pretty Reckless, and you're listening to the lovely Morgan Richards on Radio Cardiff 98.7 FM.
Hey, I'm Morgan Richards from Radio Cardiff 90.7 FM. I'm very pleased to say that I'm backstage at the Motor Point Arena here in Cardiff. I'm joined by none other than New York City's finest. It's of course the wonderful Taylor Momsen of The Pretty Reckless.
Hello.
Hey, you right?
Yeah, doing well. How about you?
Not so bad, thanks.
Cool.
Yeah, how's things?
Awesome. Excited to play. It's our first time in Wales, so it should be a fun show.
Okay, alright, fair enough. So of course this past week you guys have finally released your highly anticipated brand new second full-length studio album, Going to Hell, with it being the long-awaited follow-up to 2010's Light Me Up. After spending the best part of the last 18 months to 2 years working and writing on this record, I bet you guys are now extremely pleased for it to finally be out with all the incredible responses you've had leading up to it.
Yeah, we're ecstatic. I mean, definitely excited that people can finally hear it, because we've been working on it for quite some time, so we're really excited that it's out.
Okay, right, fair enough. And of course, listening to the record, you can't help but notice that it's extremely a lot more darker and heavier, with a lot of big in-your-face modern metal guitar riffs and incredible solos compared to Light Me Up, where that was a bit more of a punkier and classic rock sound.
Sure. I think the biggest difference is probably this record was done very much like a band record in the way that when we made Light Me Up, we hadn't toured yet. So we then, after finishing Light Me Up, toured for 2.5 years and became a really tight unit as a four-piece, because we don't play to tracks or anything. So this record was done kind of with that in mind. So we very minimal production, very raw, very stripped down. And when you take all the production out of it, there's nothing left to do but turn up the guitars, so it just makes it heavier. So yeah.
Okay, right, awesome. And even towards the end of last year, when you guys released the title track, Going to Hell, as a single, fans and critics alike were very eager to hear what else you guys had in store for record, that having, that really dirty guitar tone anthem of the chorus, along with the really dark music video.
I mean, Going to Hell was the first single, obviously, and the video was kind of throw a lot of cool imagery. It was based loosely on the 7 Deadly Sins, but really, music videos, it's just lots of edits and lots of cool images, and try to complement the song and explain it in some way. So that's what we tried to do. Okay,
right, fair enough. And again, going back to your previous album, Light Me Up, you guys literally didn't stop touring for 3 years off the back of that record, where of course along the way you played with some of the biggest names in rock and metal, with the likes of Marilyn Manson, Evanescence and Guns N' Roses, to name a few. But really, as you said, it seems that playing all those shows together has really helped and benefited you guys as a band for this record. We sound a lot more raw and tighter, with a lot more of what we expect now from your live sound.
Yeah, I think that this record, Going to Hell, definitely represents what we sound like as a live band a lot more than Light Me Up did. So it's kind of what you can expect from a show, except the show will be even louder and more ruckusy.
Yeah, and obviously touring for that long period of time, you must have learned a lot from each other as well as the other bands you toured with.
Yeah, you definitely, I mean, everyone does it a little bit differently, so there's no formula to touring or to playing in a band, so you definitely, pick up tricks, and it's interesting to see how every camp and every band does it a little bit differently, so it's interesting to see how everyone does it, and you learn things along the way, and see what you like and see what you don't, and see what works for you.
Okay, right, cool. Now, of course, unfortunately and sadly, it's no secret that you guys went through quite a few tragedies in the progress of recording this album, where of course when you were recording a few tracks in Water Music Studios in New Jersey of October 2012, it was sadly destroyed by the Hurricane Sandy. We lost a lot of recording equipment and stuff for Going to Hell.
Yeah, it was a bummer. And, we lost, anytime musicians lose their gear or their instruments, it sucks. So that definitely set us back. But in that break, when we were looking for a new place to record, we actually ended up writing the title track, Going to Hell. So something good came out of it. Yeah. And then after that, when we were back into the studio recording again, everything was flowing. Our producer, Kato's wife, passed very suddenly. And that was, I mean, none of us are over it yet, but the record is dedicated to her. And we ended up writing the song Fucked Up World after that, so we went through a lot to make this record, and I think you can kind of really hear it. It's all right there in the songs. Yeah,
and you were quite really close to her, and you even said that she was more of a mother to the band.
Yeah, she was extraordinarily close to everyone.
Yeah, and as you said, you ended up dedicating the album to her on the physical copies, which really shows how much she really meant to you guys.
Oh yeah, and she would have loved that too. I mean, she was as rock and roll as it got, so...
Yeah, so I'm sure after everything you've been through, it's great now to finally for people to hear the record properly and what you've worked so hard on.
It is. It's definitely a record that's meant to be listened to, from front to finish, because it really kind of does tell a story in a way. And so it's not just a collection of singles. It's really kind of representative of where we were personally at while writing and recording it, and it's all right there in the song. So if you listen to it from front to finish and don't skip over things, you actually you can hear it all right there.
Yeah, because it's a record to take notice of as a whole rather than just individual tracks.
Yeah, it captures a moment in our life, and or a long moment in our life, but a course of, I guess, about a year, but a little bit over that. But yeah, it's meant to be listened to like a proper record.
Yeah. Okay, right, fair enough. Now, one thing I actually wanted to mention to you guys is the fact that Going to Hell and Light Me Up, there's quite a few parts and tracks that involve a lot of acoustic guitar. Now, you guys have always released additional acoustic stuff as B-sides and bonus tracks and stuff like that, but I actually understand that you start everything first from acoustic and then work it off in the studio.
Yeah, the songs are written on acoustic guitar. We write everything on guitar. So and then from there, I mean, our motto is if you can play the song through all the way on an acoustic guitar and it's good, then once you add everything else in, then you have to be able to play it through on an acoustic by itself and have it be a solid song and have it be a good song in order to get it past that stage of then developing it with the band and figuring out where it's going to go. But the songs dictate, the production or what it is. So if it's meant to stay acoustic, like we have a song called Waiting for a Friend or Burn on Going to Hell, that, they just worked better that way.
Yeah.
So the songs dictate where the production's going to end up.
Okay, but it's quite an interesting way to, to approach writing a record, especially when, as I said earlier, you have a lot of like big heavy guitar parts.
Yeah, I mean, but again, it depends on the song. So it depends on, the song has to be good by itself, and then from there you can develop it into what it's going to turn out to be on record and what it's going to turn out to be live.
Okay, right, fair enough. And of course, now you guys tonight start the UK leg of your European tour supporting Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
How's the tour been so far?
It's been awesome. It's been easy and great, and the fans have been awesome, and show's been great. Fall Out Boy's production's insane, so it's certainly something to see. Come check it out.
I'm sure it's a great way for to get this record out there even more, especially playing sold out arenas night after night.
It's great. I mean, anytime you have the opportunity to open for someone, because it's not necessarily your audience, and get to play for people that don't know you already, it's fun. It's fun because it's fun to play to new people and watch their reactions.
Okay, and then next month you guys are actually going to be doing a short run of headline shows in Europe to support the album.
Yeah.
But can we expect you guys maybe to come back possibly to the UK for a headline tour in the future?
Absolutely. We can't wait we'll be back out here a lot. We're doing all the European festivals in the summer and stuff, and we'll be back in the UK doing a headline run at some point coming up. Yeah, we're doing Download and Isle of Wight and we'll be back doing headline. We're touring the whole world on this record, so we'll be back.
Okay.
We love the UK.
Okay, great to hear. And as you said, of course, you were playing Download Festival on the Sunday night.
Yes. Yes, you know the date better than me. But yes, we played it before, and it's a really fun one, so we're looking forward to playing it again. Yeah, we've only played it once, but it was an awesome show. It was pouring rain, mud everywhere, the crowd was awesome. So we always have fun at the festivals, because again, it's kind of, the European festival circuit's great because you get to play to fans that are there just because they love music. It's not genrefied, it's not a specific audience, it's just people who are there because they love music and they want to hear new bands or discover new bands, or they're there to see the bands that they already know. So you really get an eclectic mix of people, and that makes it really fun.
Okay, and now for the rest of 2014, you guys are just going to be touring basically non-stop again off
Pretty
this
much,
record.
yeah. And then we go back to the studio, make another record, and do it all again.
Okay, well, great. And can we expect anything else from you guys in the near future, or?
Lots of touring, more videos, more singles, and then another record.
Okay, well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, the never-ending cycle.
Well, fair enough. Well, that's about it.
Yeah, cool.
Cheers, Taylor, for taking time out to do the interview.
Of course, thank you so much, man.
Good luck with the show tonight and the rest of your tour, and hopefully I can catch up with you guys again very soon.
Awesome, sounds great.
Right, cheers.
Sweet, thank you.